Morning, this is Brian Sykes with AI Explorer. So I created a video, and before I jump into the video, I wanted to kind of tell you what you're going to see. I had an idea of taking a little bit of voice that I had captured of myself explaining generative AI process, and I thought, what if I actually went through the whole creative process of developing this with generative AI? So image was created in Midjourney. Then I took this image to DID and had it generate a video based off of my voiceover. I took the original image into Adobe Photoshop Beta, created the background, and then I thought, well, let's actually expand on this and record the entire process with Loom. So I recorded myself using Photoshop Beta to manipulate the background and recorded that whole session, compressed it, dropped it into my overall video. So what you're going to see is that. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, this is Brian Sykes with AI Explorer. Over the past many months, I've been teaching on a daily basis on LinkedIn how to utilize generative AI for creatives. What in the world is generative AI? So if you're starting from the very basics, but let's imagine that your student has a coach on the soccer team, and the players keep coming up to the coach and they're asking for strategies to improve their game. So the coach uses knowledge and experience they have to create different game plans. They come up with drills and they come up with unique ways to practice. And each of these strategies is based on that coach's experience that he or she has learned and observed about the game of soccer. So in a similar way though, generative AI works like an artificial coach. Instead of the game of strategies, it creates new data such as text, images, video, and music, and even responses to conversations, kind of like, but how does it do that? First, it learns a large amount of data that's been fed. This could be millions of lines of text, it could be thousands of images, it could be hours and hours of music, it could even be references of video. Process is like AI is observing many things in order to understand the rules, the techniques, and the strategies, much like that coach does in the soccer situation I gave you at the beginning. After it's learned from this data, the AI can generate new original content based around the things that it's learned. But it's not exactly the same. You see, this could be a piece of music in the style of Mozart. It could be a poem that looks like Shakespeare wrote it. It could even be an image that looks like a Picasso painting. But one thing that's important to notice is AI doesn't really understand the content that it's generating in the same way that you and I do. It's simply creating new content based on patterns that it's observed in the data it was trained on. If it makes a mistake or it creates something inappropriate, it's not because it wants to, it's because it learned those patterns from its training data. So to wrap it up, generative AI is like a really good coach who's seen and memorized just about every soccer game that was ever created. But instead of the game of soccer, this data set has been trained on an unlimited number of writings, paintings, music, or any other form of data. And as a powerful tool, it can come up with an unlimited number of new iterations using the data that it's been trained on. So the goal is, it's up to us to use this data wisely and responsibly.